In a fair society, we hope that all things are created equal. But in mathematics, we know when we measure things, they definitely are not. For example, trees, one can be smaller than another. Cars, some go faster than others. When we compare a bowling ball to a feather, the bowling ball definitely is heavier. And in mathematics, 15 is greater than 12. That brings us to this lesson on one-step inequalities, or just what is an inequality. So we've got some key terms to go over here. So we've got to talk about what is an inequality. We're going to look at number line graphs. We're going to look at properties of inequalities. Remember, we've looked at properties of equalities before. And we're going to look at the solution of an inequality. Let's get started with some definition. An inequality is a statement that compares two expressions. An inequality is a statement that compares two expressions that are not strictly equal by using one of the inequality signs that are shown at right. So you want to be familiar with all of these different symbols. So we've got the less than symbols, and we also have less than or equal to. So their only distinction between the two is the second one also includes that equal line. So what that means is the number might be equal to our value, or it could be less than. We also have the greater than symbols. Okay. And then we have the greater than or equal. And then one we haven't seen before is the not equal to symbol. A solution of an inequality is any value of the variable that makes the inequality true. When you're first learning about inequalities, your teacher might have used some great symbols to help you out. They might have talked about how this is really the mouth of an alligator, and the alligator likes to eat the bigger number. And that helps you know that this is just which direction to put the arrow. I always preferred the one about Pac-Man. So if this is the Pac-Man, then Pac-Man likes to eat the bigger numbers. Waka, waka, waka. But a better and more effective way to remember which arrow is which and what is less than and what is greater than is thinking about a number line. If I have a number line, we always put arrows in on the ends of the number line. So the ones on the left, and maybe you've never noticed before, but this is the less than symbol. It points to the smaller or the lesser numbers on the number line. And this is the greater than symbol. It points to the bigger or the greater numbers on the number line. So rather than trying to remember something cute like a Pac-Man or an alligator, just remember which way the arrow points. If it points to smaller numbers, it's less than. If it points to bigger numbers, it's the greater than. So let's work on the next problems here. The directions say to tell whether the value is a solution to the inequality. So that means we're going to do substitution. It looks like we've got the value of m equals 12, and we're going to substitute that in. 5, replace the m with a 12, plus 4 is greater than, and I know it's greater than because it points to the right. It points to the greater numbers on a number line, and that would be 50. And we want to find out, is this true or false? It looks like I'm going to get 60 plus 4 is greater than 50, and it does look like 64 is greater than 50, so this one is true. Okay, so this is a solution. So 12 is a solution to this inequality. One quick note that's important is that in inequalities, we have many solutions. There's a lot of different numbers that could be a solution, not just one like in an inequality. So let's work through the next example. We have n equals -4. We want to substitute that for the n here. 18 minus 2 times -4. is greater than, once again, because it points to the right, greater than 26. I've got 18. Negative 2 times negative 8 is positive 8. We want to know if that's greater than or equal to, so remember there's a question here. We want to know if that's greater than or equal to 26. Looks like this is exactly 26. So is it greater than? No, but is it equal to? Yes. So negative 4 is a solution to this inequality. A number line graph can be used to represent the solution set of a linear inequality. Let's look at some examples of different number line graphs. The first one here, to represent less than or just greater than, mark the endpoint with an empty circle. So notice on these two graphs that the circles are what we call open circles. They're empty. They're just circles. We don't fill them in. And what I like to say is, since there's no line here, no filling. To represent less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we do fill in the circle. So I say extra line, extra filling. There's an extra line here, so we're going to fill in our circle there. Okay, and then you shade in the same direction. So since the less than points to the left, we would shade here. So the less than points to the left, we shade to the left. The greater than points to the right, we shade to the right. And the same thing here. Points to the right, shade to the right. Points to the left, shade to the left. The properties of inequality for addition and subtraction only are the same as the properties for addition and subtraction. We're going to see in the next video that these aren't always the same for multiplication and division. What this means is, just like an equality, I'm going to draw my line. Now I'm going to skip that just a little bit so that I can still see that that is greater than. It means I've got b plus 8, so I should subtract the 8, add the opposite here. And I've got b, bring down the greater than. B is greater than 7. On my graph, since there's no equal sign, so no line, no filling, I'm going to put an open circle at 7, and it's a greater than, it points to the right. So I'm going to shade to the right. Make sure you put an arrow at the end. In the next example, this one's a little bit trickier. We're going to put our line down the inequality. We can see we've got to solve for m. The easiest way is just to add 9 to both sides. And I end up with, this cancels, but it cancels on the other side. Don't forget that canceling creates a 0. So negative 9 plus 9 equals 0. 0 is less than m. Before you graph this one, it's very important that you put the variable on the left side so you can read it left to right, and everything needs to reverse here. So it should be m is greater than 0, or read it backwards. So just a follow up there, remember, whenever your variable comes second, comes on the right on an inequality, you need to be sure to switch the inequality around before you graph it. I'm going to have a closed circle this time at 0, and I'm going to shade to the greater than side because all the m's, the variables, need to be greater than 0. Make sure you put an arrow on the end to indicate it goes on forever. Right, last note is that the number line graph shows you anything that's going to make your inequality true. For example, if I substituted 8 into my original inequality, 8 plus 8 is indeed greater than 15. On this inequality, let's substitute the number 2 because it's in our shaded area. 2 minus 9 is negative 7. Is negative 9 less than or equal to negative 7? It is. So this will show you all the possible solutions.